Welcome to the 2350 Effect. Meet the Presenters Week. Effect starts now.
All right, everyone. The network is the cause, and this is the effect. Welcome to the 2350 Effect. As always, I am your co-host, Damian Kinsey, the co-creator and founder of the 2350 Effect. 2350 Network. Hold on. The Professional Work-Life Balance Summit, amongst all the things, and I'm always joined by my co-host and co-founder of the network, the summit, Dr. Farron. Introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am Tanya Farron, the just as Damian said, the co-host of the 2350 Effect, as well as the co-founder of the 2350 Network and the Work-Life Balance Summit. I am also the owner of Creative Living Ideas and an educator. So I have been in education for a long time and do lots of professional development for educators as well. Happy to be here tonight.
Yes, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Leslie Flowers. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for being here, Jackie. We just finished up Wishful Wednesday. Thank you for all those people who showed up. Thank you, David, for coming. And as always, this week, Meet the Presenter Week. We're doing the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit next week, October 4th and 5th. We have 26 presenters for the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit. It is a 2-day virtual summit. Tickets are available and they're on sale. So this week we decided to have conversations and meet with all 26 presenters and have conversations and get the opportunity to meet them as individuals in person and just talk a little bit about what they're doing for the summit, but more so what they do in real life, their hobbies, their interests. Do they like TV on or off? Do they like cake or ice cream? Simple stuff that we all want to know about people who are on our network, and we're going to have a conversation with them. And we're going to start off with Kadie, she's dedicated her last 5 years of so about living benefits and she wants people to have the opportunities to live life fabulous on a level where they can be able to, long after the retirement, they can have living benefits, that they're able to make sure that they're healthy and that they're financially healthy, they have a level of security in place. And she did that on a personal level. Her career has been working in corporate and working with people and helping to support. She's teamed up with Carrie, who will be here in a little while. They're like the dynamic duo. They're Batman and Batman, not Batman and Robin. So without further ado, Kadie, welcome to the stage, to the 2350 Effect, Meet the Presenters Week. And we are so happy to have you be a presenter. And I thank you again for saying, you know what, I'm going to sign up and I'll be a presenter at the summit. So welcome.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. This has been such an exciting journey working with you, Damian, Dr. Tanya. Thank you incredibly from the bottom of my heart for just going and doing this project with Damian. I remember meeting Damian and just saying, and he had, Damian, when I met you in the coffee shop, you had your little notepad and you were there to get to know me and write things. And I was like, please don't write. I'm not even writing anything down. I just want to get to know you. I just want to have a good vibe here. And so here we are. You're putting me on the stage, and thank God for Carrie. It's been such a great journey working with her. Carrie is an incredible addition to my life, to my professional life. And so we work well together. She's super, super professional, and she has brought in the light in me, I would say. You know, when someone have a light, you already have a light in me, but Carrie Tevis' professionalism really give me hope, because life insurance is a topic that nobody wants to talk about. And so seeing Carrie and how young and vibrant she is and how she leads the team, it was just like, oh my gosh, I have to always follow the best. And so here we are, and it's just a great journey. It's been a wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much for having me. We we believe in the Living Benefits Crusade, and we believe that you can live your life by design. So that's why we say we are, have an opportunity to have a supreme financial freedom lifestyle, whether it's living benefits, whether it's tax-free retirement, all of that jazz. So thank you again. Thank you.
I appreciate you going like 100 miles per hour. You're in the 45 lane going 100 miles per hour. I appreciate you. You get it out. And that just means that you're enthusiastic, and I love the energy, and I appreciate you to the summit. But as always, we always start with this. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. We always start with a laugh, a call, or a text. What is that thing, Kadie, in the last 7 days that made you either laugh out loud, call someone, or text them in the last 7 days?
Okay, so I'm gonna do the laugh out loud one because I am a mother, and thanks for acknowledging my energy, because that's why Carrie's there. Sometimes she's like, it's okay, slow down. Anyway, but I am a mother, and I have a 6-year-old son who is experiencing the world through his own eyes. And so me being that mom, I'm young and I'm trying to be a modern mom, a millennial mom, like, yeah, opinions are okay, feel your energy. And so he started this project. He cannot watch TV or YouTube or none of that during the week, school days. So he became creative. I bought him a laptop. And so he's like, well, mother, I am going to start creating things. So I will get on YouTube and look at the instructions, blah, blah, blah. So I said, great, wonderful, I'll support you. Well, I am also a working mother who works from home. So he doesn't understand that I'm always on the phone. I'm actually working. He thinks I'm texting. Anyway, so he gets on this project and he's doing it, and he's failing like 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And I'm learning how not to go to his rescue every time. So I'm like, okay, Kadie, let him have his emotions. So he would come and he'll ask me for help, and I'll help him. But sometimes I'm like, well, Amido, you have to trust yourself, and you have to, kind of just, you can do this. Let me just send this email just so I can have a few minutes to complete the email. And so he would, and I would be upstairs, and I'm hearing the emotions go off, like going things, and I'm like trying so hard not to go there. And then he will find his way to collect himself. And sometimes I'll just go back and just die laughing, like, oh my God, this is hilarious. So that's been the highlight of my week so far, just experiencing my son feeling his emotions, the different emotions, from anger to sadness to frustration and to calm. It's quite hilarious watching a 6-year-old go through these different emotions and acknowledging them. So yeah.
I love that.
Oh, go ahead, Dr. Farron.
No, I love that. I'm an educator, Kadie, so I love listening about children and hearing about children. And, they have to kind of take their own, like process to get through. And I love that you're giving him the opportunity to learn how to regulate his emotions and express himself. So good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Love that. So do you want me to share my live call or text, Damien?
Yeah, you can share it.
Are you ready? Okay. So this is interesting. I think it's interesting. And I want to bring this up because I know there's people who are in our network and who are part of our community who live in the Florida area or the coastal area. And, I did reach out today and make some phone calls. We do have a rental property in Florida, in Panama City Beach. I think we're going to be clear, but connecting with some other friends and families that have properties along the coastline of the Gulf. And then calling out to some of my renters that are headed that direction, assuring them that we'll be taking care of things and staying in contact with them. So just, want to send out well wishes to everybody who's in this path of the storm, and, and pray for their safety and make sure that everybody comes out of this okay.
All right. So I'm kind of going to do 2 things. So my live call text is definitely to you, Kadie. Congratulations on your son for getting into that program. I saw your post, and I always love to see young people grow and move further. And you have so many positive things going on. You have your son, and you also have Carrie. And Carrie is, congratulations, Carrie, on her promotion. She is definitely, like I said, Batman 1, Batman 2. I'm not going to call you Batman and Robin. She is amazing at talking about benefits in a way where it makes sense and it's digestible. Just like you said earlier, people don't want to talk about living will, benefits, trust, and opportunities that you can have particular support and insurance to cover things going on. And she's a overall traveler, human being in so many places. She is running around Instagram. She's a little bit on LinkedIn. You both do audio rooms once a month with each other. Without further ado, welcome Carrie Tevis to the 2350 Effect in the Meet the Presenter week. So welcome. Glad you're here.
Thanks for having me. And wow, Damien, what honorable introduction. So thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tanya and Damien, for having me here. And hey, Kadie.
Hi, Carrie.
So, Carrie, we did laugh, call, text. You're the last person up. What is that thing that in the last 7 days that made you either laugh out loud, call someone, or text them? Text someone.
Call someone and text them. Well, I call and text people every day. All right. My phone is off the chain, but that for sure made me text a few people. Dr. Tanya actually touched up on that. Is the storm coming? A lot of people have been reaching out to me. I've been reaching out to people. I do reside in Tampa, Florida. So that is one of the areas that's apparently going to get hit. Okay, I say apparently because a lot of Floridians don't treat it like that. But that definitely made me want to check up on my people in Florida, make sure everybody is safe and well. I'm not sure if I stole your answer, Dr. Tanya, but that was fresh on my mind. I just got through some text messages reaching out to them as well.
No, I love that. I'm glad we were on the same page. I think that's amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I just found out about that just before the show started. So reach out to your people in the Florida area and pray for them. Hopefully that it's not really bad.
Well,
yeah.
They didn't have to put shutters on my house, so so that's the plus side.
Yeah, and you're up here for a little while, right?
I am in Maryland currently for about 1 more month. So coincidentally, I'm always out of town when there's a hurricane in Florida.
They say it's hurricane season sometimes. And
yeah,
maybe the travel agent knows that too.
Yep.
All right. So Dr. Farron, you want to start off with the first question for Carrie and Kadie? And thank you both for coming.
Yes, I love some of these questions that you added. He's changing things up on us a little bit today. I like that. Let's see. I really like this one. This may be too much to start with right away, but I mean, it's a pretty heavy one. If you had to lose one, which would you rather lose for a day, your wallet or your cell phone? Okay, seriously.
And why?
And why? And why?
And why?
Yeah.
Well, so I would, if I had to choose which to lose, it would be my cell phone versus wallet. My cell phone is insured. Number one, I can get it back and I'll get a new one, right? And also everything is in the cloud. As long as I keep everything in my phone backed up, that's what's most important, right? If it wasn't backed up, if I wasn't confident on that, I would probably choose my my wallet first. But because I know that everything's in the cloud, I know that I have insurance on my cell phone, I don't mind to lose it if one day I have to, right? Versus my wallet, of course, everything is replaceable material-wise at the end of the day, right? But the wallet, if you have personal items, whether that's sentimental or your social security card, that can cause a lot more of a hassle. So for sure, I would lose my cell phone. And it might be a therapeutic way to have a internal retreat, right? So I love that question.
I love that question. Earlier today, Carrie and I was going through the question, and we saw that question. We both just laughed because we have the same exact answer. I would go crazy if I lose my wallet just because of my driver's license, and I hate going through the process of replacing my driver's license. That's literally the one reason why I chose losing my cell phone over my wallet. Also, everything else that Carrie said, cell phones are insurable and you can get it back. And it's a great excuse to say, I don't want to go on social media and endlessly scroll and, lose time when you could be being more productive. So
I love that. Thanks for sharing that. Those of you in the audience, Tina and LinkedIn user, if there's another LinkedIn user in there, Leslie, Jackie, David, Felipe, oh my gosh, all you amazing people, Adrian, please drop in. Would you choose your wallet or your cell phone? Damien, which one would you choose?
I've asked this question to probably 100 people in my life. You will be surprised how many people pick what. Me, I'm going with them. I'd rather lose the phone than the wallet. And I challenge anybody to start asking this question just out of curiosity and do their own poll. And you'll be surprised at what the answer is. Then ask the other question, why. So I would definitely go with the phone. The phone. I have too
Why?
many other things that takes too much work to get. Have you been to the DMV? Like seriously, like there's certain things you could get online, but have you been to some of these places?
Y'all, I'm going to really just throw a wrench in this whole thing. I'm doing it. I am doing it right now. I would much rather lose my wallet. Let me tell you why. One, I never have any money in my wallet. That's the first thing. I don't ever have any money in my wallet. My husband's always like, do you have any money? I'm like, no, I never have money. I don't know. And I carry very few cards. Like I could tell you, I know exactly what's in there and I know exactly how to cancel them like that. And I don't know, the driver's license, it's a day. You got to take the afternoon off. But there's so little in my wallet. Like my wallet is literally like little bitty. Because, you got to buy a cute purse. So, the cute purse doesn't always fit the big wallet,
It's true.
So
very valid.
The big wallet with all the important stuff stays at home. Just stays at home.
I got it.
But the phone, like, I don't know. I don't even know my kids' phone numbers. Like, I'm going to forget that. So, yeah, I don't know. Yes, Jackie, the more that we talk, I'm telling you, we are just like kindred spirits here. I know that we are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a good one. And I'm surprised that you'll go for the wallet. I pray you don't lose the wallet and you find out the harsh reality of that. How much it's bigger than the DMV. You gotta buy a new card. You gotta pay for it. You gotta go through the process, ask questions. Then they're gonna start sending you surveys. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
That's funny. I love that.
So, all right. So, question for both of you. No, I'm not gonna ask that question. I'll ask this one. If you can meet anyone, past or present, who would it be and why?
I'll go. Same thing. We talked about this, and Carrie and I, we had the same answer. For me, it would be my father. My father passed away 1 week before his 43rd birthday on a car accident, and where it landed, he was pronounced gone. And so since I've been in the US, I didn't get to see him again. So that would be a reason I'd like to see him and hug him. There's a lot of milestones that I've crossed in life that I'd like to just have. Honestly, even I need 12 hours with him to talk about so much and talk his ears off and then give him lots of hugs and kisses. And I try to probably kidnap him. But that would be it for me. My father, he raised me with my grandmother. He is a big part of who I am today. So that's it. My daddy.
I love that. And Damon, Kadie and I did talk about that particular question together. And you mentioned we had a similar answer, right? I was thinking about my dad too. And so, the reason why I say my father, Kadie's story is completely different. I did have a lot of time with my father, fortunately, but the way he passed is that I was in a cabin trip at the time with absolutely no cell phone service. and to come back where he was in the hospital already intubated. So I didn't actually get to talk to him or at least have that conversation in those final 2 weeks. And although we talked so much during that pandemic peak time, right? And I'll always cherish those memories. I would have loved to have a last conversation with him, at least. And so, you know, it brings that question. It gets very deep for us, right? Because we think about the opportunities that we missed, right? And so, not the opportunity that we could have. That we could be given if with a celebrity or so, right? Because when I saw when I hear this question, I think, is it something that I would want in the past or want in the future, right? And so our father, for everybody, should have deserves a good father, right? Damon, you're a great father for your kids, and so I'm sure anybody would cherish a one more moment with. So we had that similar answer with cherishing that last moment with our loved ones.
I love that. I agree. I'm kind of in that same position. I've always, whenever somebody said, like, if you could pick the one person in the world to go to dinner with, I always would say my grandma. Like, gosh, if I could have one more day with her, I mean, absolutely. And I'd be like you. I'd try to just like keep her here if I could. I don't get why they have to leave, but I get it. She was just an incredible person. And if I could just have one more day with her, that'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Damien?
No, I'm picking my grandmother's mother. I want to know what my grandmother was like as a kid. I want to know what my parent was like as a kid. I want to know their business. That's the person I'm picking because I didn't get a chance to meet them and know them. I want to know their business, and I want to be able to talk about all the things that they did really well and the things they didn't do really great. So I want to know the secrets.
You want the tea. You want them to spill the tea.
Hey, I want to know. So those are all good questions. So that's definitely a person I would be connected to. And then the last, if it was somebody I didn't know or wasn't related to, I would want to know Jackie Robinson. His story, what he went through. Jackie Robinson to be the person who was a historic figure who I would love to sit down and know his travel. So thank you.
That's very unique.
Thanks. I appreciate that. So no one can steal that.
No, Jackie Robinson. That's all you.
Ironically, Renrick is going to be on here Friday, and he played Jackie Robinson in a movie. So
that's
cool.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome. All right, so ladies, this is kind of a loaded question, and then after this question, we'll get into talking a little bit about the summit. But this is kind of a loaded question for you guys. If you didn't have to worry about money, what would you do and why? If you didn't have to worry about money, I mean, y'all are giving financial advice, so you're teaching people how to not worry about money, right? But it's not enough to do whatever you wanted to. What would you do and why?
Well, Tanya, I love this question because I ask this question a lot to people. So,
I figured, yes.
And it is a deep question. And so let's get deep. I hope everybody can swim. No, I'm just joking. So, what if money was never an issue, right? You just don't need to think about money. And that's the ideal situation, right? Is you're living life by your design, not by default. And so I'm very passionate about what I do in helping folks and creating an impact. I feel that we are all so blessed with our individual powers that we, just like this here tonight, right? Uniting all of our secret sauces together to create a bigger impact for the community. So I think if money was not an issue whatsoever, I would be doing a lot more philanthropy work than I am today. and philanthropy work around the world as well, because it does require money. Money is a tool, right? So it's really meant to, it can make a good person better or a bad person worse, right? And so with more money, you can help more people. So, cleaning up the water, I'd be an advocate for helping with homeless. How can we get more folks off of the streets, have cleaner water, make sure the kids, they're having shelter, and the right guidance too, right? Mentorship and leadership. So there's so many different causes. There's a cause for everything in this world, truly. And that's one thing I do eventually want to focus more on is philanthropy work. So if money was not a topic, not an issue whatsoever, I would be traveling around the world, helping as many people as I can in whichever ways I can, because money is just that platform to get there, right? So that's my answer.
That's a nice answer. Very nice.
That's a really, really good answer. And I feel like you stole my answer. And who knew you get along so well? I didn't know. This is so creative, these questions, because this is the first time, well, on this side of town, that you and I also have the same exact intentions as far as if we didn't have money, what we would do. Literally the same. I would just solely focus on children, and I would start in my country. I would give them all the opportunities to dream as big as they want, and I'd give them the hope, using that tool, like Carrie said, to say, hey, money is also hope, that you can do what you want. You have a platform to grow. Bring your craziest ideas and let's brainstorm. What can we do? We can make something out of absolutely nothing. I love to see that. So watching that growth and just giving back to the kids and feeding the hungry and the elderly. They're very important. I'd want to make sure they have the right transportation, the right medical care, healthcare, and just make sure it's not a shame to get old. It's okay. And we're going to make it really lucrative and really comfortable for you. You want to travel the world? Sure, let's go. Where do you want to go? So for me, we're just giving people the opportunity to dream and giving them the access to follow that path.
I love that. Wow. Incredibly deep, ladies. You guys are amazing. You've got some really great ideas, and I hope that you guys get to do that. That would be amazing. I love that so much. I was one time, I think I bought a lottery ticket, and the lady that sold it to me, I said something like, "Oh, I hope I win." And she said, "I hope I win, because if I win, I'm going to open up a rehab center." And I was like, you know what? If I win, I'm coming back here and I'm going to give you the money to open that up, because it was like so much more powerful. I felt like just immediately, like that was just her immediate response. It was a small town, and she felt like it was definitely needed in her town. And I thought that was incredible. So there's so many amazing people in the world.
That they are. Me, I'm going to nonprofit. It's just easy for me. I come from nonprofit. I love nonprofit, and it's thankless work. It's a charity. It needs help. It needs support, and I definitely want to open up a nonprofit that helps kids and families. So that's
that. Yeah, same thing. I mean, I don't want to open a nonprofit necessarily, but I do want to continue my work with children and families. It's so important to me, to do that sort of thing, and to do a little traveling, go around the world, become worldly, help other countries, just be a part of it all. I've always wanted to go in education systems in other countries and see them and be a part of them. And I think that is, would be very worldly and something interesting to do. All right. You ready?
Yes, I'm definitely ready. So we're gonna ask more questions. Well, think about this. Nah, I'll wait until we come back. So we're going to talk about the summit. Thank you. This is Meet the Presenter Week. Dr. Farron, you want to talk about the summit?
Yes, I do. So if you will click on the QR code that's or the link that Damien will probably drop in the chat for this event, you'll come to a page that looks like this. And you're able to see every event that's in here. As you can see at the very top here, you can see that we're down to 8 days before the Work-Life Balance Summit. You can go in here and see the sessions. And as you scroll through, you'll see each time we're starting each day at 9 a.m., little coffee time, hanging out together, you know, making sure everybody gets to be where they need to be, meet some presenters, things like that. Right here. And then at 9:30, we have 2 sessions. Same thing at 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. Don't worry. If you don't know which one that you want to go to one, and the other one's going to be recorded, and you'll be able to come back to it and watch it. The recordings are good for 2 weeks. So you'll be able to come back, take some notes, get some information. I close out that session. And then day 2 on Saturday, October 5th, we have the same thing. We start at 9 a.m. We've even had people, if they can only come for half of the day, the morning or the afternoon, they can catch the rest on replay. So that's really nice also for people. But we start with Let's Get Started. And then we have the same cadence where we have 2 presenters every hour with a 15-minute break in between. You can refill your coffee, grab a snack, you know, get some new notepads, come back and join us. And then Damien closes us out on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. You can also create your own itinerary by saving things. These are the ones that I'm booked for already because I'm speaking at them. And then you can go in and you can see the presenters. They have their social handles on here, their channels. So this is Creative Living Ideas YouTube channel. If you have not seen, let me share this tab. If you've not seen Creative Living Ideas YouTube channel, become a subscriber to it because you're like right now, they're showing us being live. So all of these are streamed live. Everything of the 2350 Effect is streamed live on the YouTube channel. So you want to become subscribed to it so you don't miss any of our episodes. And you can get back to that. You can also see social media handles. So like LinkedIn, this is Renrick's X. I don't even know that I have X right now, but I do. This is his page. So you can connect with him right away. So it's a pretty amazing platform for you to be able to see and get to know people. You can click on Damien. You can see what sessions he's in. And you can find his social media handles from there as well. So it's pretty awesome. And there's a video at the front you can check out and a chat for the lobby. So when you get in, you'll be able to see that. Now, Leslie, I think you're asking the question Eastern time, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. So I'm speaking 9 a.m. Central time. That's what shows up on my time. You're going to have to look at your Zoom event. Everybody's time zone. When you log into your time zone, it's going to adjust to your time zone. So.
Yeah, that's a good question. It'll auto populate to the correct time zone wherever you live at. So if you live in Canada, and whatever time it is in Canada, you live in Africa, it'll go to that note. If you live in Mountain Time specific Eastern, it'll automatically auto populate. And I say that because we have people in Canada presenting at the summit, in Africa presenting in Mountain and Eastern and Pacific Standard Time.
Exactly. And I wanted to say too, we have a ticket option. So you can come just for that 9 a.m. Central time zone. And yes, Leslie, the whole thing for Eastern time, it's 10 a.m. for Eastern time. Central time, it's 9 a.m. And so, so you can come for that just 9 o'clock time slot. If you want that, that's a fee that you can pay just to join us for that coffee time. You can come purchase a 1-day ticket for Friday, a 1-day ticket for Saturday. Okay. And the day flies by. You just will not believe how fast it goes by. And you're like, holy cow, I can't believe it's already over.
I can't believe
You're
it's
muted,
already.
Damien.
Oh, sorry. Scan the QR code, go to the page, look at the information, scroll through it, and see how it auto-populates. Once you buy the ticket, it'll automatically populate to your particular time zone. And you can reach out to us and ask questions. And on below, there's the information. And also in the chat, there's under LinkedIn user, which is me. For some reason, it always pops up like that, which is the running joke. And there's opportunity to get the information on that as well. All right. Anything else about the summit?
It's October 4th and 5th. Get your ticket and join us. Come play. Come hang
All
out.
right. Cool. And it's definitely flying by, and it's October 4th and 5th is next Friday and Saturday. So you have this much time to get your ticket to the summit. And, speaking of this much time, I have a question for you. As individuals, we change and time change. What is that food as a kid that you didn't care for or you didn't appreciate, and then as an adult, you care for and appreciate it now?
I'll go first. Just honestly, vegetables, period. Just like my son, he's 6, he hates it. And now I understand. Well, but yeah, I always tell him, trust me, I was just like you. When you're older and things start changing in your body and things are not moving as fast as they should, energy-wise and the entire spectrum, you are going to appreciate me for eating this cucumber at 8 a.m. So it would just be entirely vegetables. So now I absolutely love vegetables. I eat it. I try my best, even if I don't even like it. I look at the benefits. Like if I find out or discover a new vegetable, I'm on Google. Like, what are the benefits? Is it going to help me, my kidney, or like, is my hair going to be a bit different? What about the skin benefit? And it's like, if it's like boom, 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 yes, I'm eating it. Even if I have to shut my eyes and chew it and swallow, drink water, great. It's delicious.
Here, Kadie, vegetables. I don't know any kid that loves vegetables. That's for sure. And I remember when I couldn't leave the dinner table if I didn't finish my vegetables. So I was there all night. But one thing that I really didn't like as a child, and I absolutely love as an adult, is lemons. Okay, so for me, I was never fond of lemonade, nor am I fond of lemonade still, actually, right? But lemon, I thought it was just so sour. I always had a sweet tooth growing up, and so never liked lemons until I became an adult. I started to cook with it, put it in my water, and now I'm always that person at the restaurant that will ask for a lemon. All right. So I will always be that person for with lemons. So I love lemons now. You can put them in many things.
I love that. I love that. I was literally sitting here trying to think of, I'm a big foodie. So I'm like, what food do I not like, or didn't like then that I like now? Cause I kind of feel like I eat kind of the same, but you know what? I did not like dark chocolate as a kid. I did not like dark. I liked milk chocolate and white chocolate, but I did not like dark. And now all I want is dark. Like that's the only kind of chocolate that I would want, is dark chocolate.
I like that. I have a relatable one that people will definitely understand and tune in as a kid. I didn't like mixed vegetables. Think about it from the perspective of you. Anybody had a TV dinner and they came with the mixed vegetables?
Oh yes, of course.
Mix it with the dessert or the
potatoes.
Potatoes and eat it that way because I had to eat it. But now as an adult, I actually like it. Mixed vegetables, I didn't really like it. And one that I don't like as a kid, and I still don't like, and we're going into October, candy corn. For the life of me, I don't understand why they make that. That is like syrup.
I'm with you on that. No.
Yeah, that is definitely one that I still don't like. But I just want
candy corn and peanuts mixed together. Like that's like a fall go-to at our house. Peanuts, candy corn mixed together.
Oh,
let me just take the word for that.
You eat a peanut and a candy corn. What, Kadie?
I will try it.
Yes.
That sounds. I love peanuts. So
okay,
that sounds good. Okay.
It makes candy corn sound a lot better. That's for sure.
Yeah. It adds a little bit more protein to it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
not
going to try it. Kadie, tell me how that experiment works since you don't like
send us a text. I want to know how that fall experiment works.
No.
I will.
Matter of fact, tell me what your kid thinks of it. That's the true test.
He's going to love it.
He hates peanuts, so he's going to tell you I'm allergic to peanuts.
Okay.
He will.
Now my kids think like if fall has arrived when I put the dish when they come over of candy corn and peanuts. They're like fall has arrived in the house.
I didn't know they still have candy corn to give out during Halloween. I haven't seen that in a long time in,
Yes.
in the kids' bags.
Yes, definitely.
Well, they're still doing that. Felipe made me think about it yesterday when he was on. They're still doing that. Yes.
Man, I'm going to go to CVS tomorrow, Dr. Tanya.
Yeah, do it.
I already
Do
have
it.
peanuts here, so.
Yeah,
Damien
please let me know what the experience
Oh.
looks like. Text me and let me know. Just give me a thumbs down when you don't like it.
I'll put a
That's
candy
funny.
corn thumbs down or up. We'll see.
Matter of fact, send me the Kimbe Mutombo meme when he goes like this when it doesn't work for you. All right.
Jackie, I'm sorry. Jackie, I just ruined our friendship, kindred spirit thing. I'm going to try to redeem myself later. Darn it.
Dr. Perry, you had a question? You want that
I don't
next
know.
one?
Probably. I don't know. We've been derailed. How about, ladies? You guys are presenting together. So Kadie and Carrie are presenting together at the Work-Life Balance Summit. They are the reason we say, which is a good reason, we have 27 presenters, 26 presentations, and we love that. We love that you guys are presenting together. So without giving away the farm, without telling everybody everything that you're going to give them, tell them about your session. What can they expect at your session without telling them everything?
So what can people expect at our session? Our title, you can see our title, right? So you kind of know what to expect just from the title alone. But making it supreme, the definition of supreme is your highest self, right? And so not only in this work-life balance are you learning how to really balance, right, the work in your life that we do every day, but how can you live life by design? Traveling around the world, you find that it's very common all over, no matter where you are, that most people want two things in life. They want more time, they want more money, right? And they just don't have the resources or the guidance to find out how can they obtain more time and more money, right? And so that's something that I was on the journey for before I found this company, what we're going to share with you guys, and it truly allowed me to live my life by design, not by default, and make it supreme, right? Make our financial future supreme, or our future in general. So I think that's without telling you all those details, well, you'll definitely learn how to live life by design, not by default.
And when I set up, so this is the second Work-Life Balance Summit that we've had. We had one last fall. We plan on making it annual. And so when we were re-meeting about the topics, we felt like, that, financial planning and financial security is a huge part of work-life balance, right? Because we want to talk about, freedom in our lives, and how do we have that, or how do we get more time off of work? How do we balance those two things? And so I think having you all here, and we have another person also who is sharing some financial, I would say strategies. I think it's going to be really beneficial to the audience. There's a lot of pieces and a lot of things that we do not know or do not understand. I mean, I remember being 27 years old and being a teacher in the staff room and having a person come in to talk to me about retirement and putting money aside. And I thought, I'm 27. I got 2 kids. Like, I don't even have time to even think about this. And my partner teacher said, you blow $25 a week on some stuff. Just put $25 a week away. And I remember that conversation so distinctly. And I can't tell you how much it really helped my future self, Yeah.
That is so smart that you listened to that advice, because that's what we do. We have a button for, in your era, $25 a week. You could create your own button, and when things go wrong, you're sick, in a critical injury, whatever, you can just press the button, because you know what? you were smart to save that money, and now you've created your own freedom where you can just go into your save box, bing, and here comes help.
Yes.
So cheesy.
Exactly. Love it. So
That's
you guys are so important. You know, like what your message is going to be is really important for our audience, and we're so glad that you're here.
And I like that you said that, Dr. Farron, that you had somebody who talked to you and had a conversation with you around making that decision, and how Kadie said, press the button. For you, Kadie and Carrie, Dr. Farron, who's that individual in your life who came along and kind of had that conversation with you that kind of changed everything for you? Or what was that moment that changed everything for you? It's either the person or the moment.
For me, it was a retired doctor who's I was going to Towson trying to get my networking degree, and I came to her. She owns like 18 properties. She's just this tiny little lady, so outstanding, so beautiful, and said, listen, I said, I want to buy one of your houses one day. She said, it's going to be costly, and this is my age, blah, blah, blah. It's hard now to keep. But I have this opportunity. I want you to take a look. And it's going to be like college for you, because your type of integrity and the type of person that you are, I want you to really study and learn this. And you're going to need all the time and all the mentorship that you can have. And I will give that to you and I'll lead you. But you want to learn this topic. And I don't care what you have to do, find the time. And that was the moment. And the other person I'm going to mention too, and Carrie, it's not because you're here, but it was Carrie. Because, I'm like going to school for IT. I have a kid. I'm a mother. And when I met Carrie, when I was introduced to Carrie, through this lady, she came and turned the light on for me. It was already there, but she literally came and turned it on. And I said, if she can do it, and she's so excited and passionate about it, she's incredibly smart. And I am incredibly smart. I'm not smart on the topic. I am going to use Carrie and let her teach me how she did it. And so here we are. So that was the moment for me, and those two great people in my life. And it's been the most amazing opportunity. And I'm so lucky to meet you, Carrie, that you're here and you've been guiding me and always been there and giving me your help and your love and your mentorship throughout this journey. Thank you.
Kadie. I was not expecting that at all, but I truly appreciate you. That moment, it's like the turning point in our lives, right? And we all have many different turning points in our lives. I will say that one initial turning point, I went to I'm bringing it back over here. All right. I went to a military academy prior to all of, my career and everything. Right. So I was in the National Guard, and I had this one colonel that really pushed me, to go to college. And at that time I said, I don't have money for college. I don't want to get a loan. And, I can't pay for college, right? I rather work. And because he pushed me to pursue, not college per se, but to push me to pursue, if I'm not going to college, or if I don't want to finish college, what do I want to do exactly? And he challenged those ideas within me. I did end up doing 2 years in college, but I ended up starting this entrepreneurial route around the same time. And so I was at that fork in the road, and I had so many different opportunities from many different angles coming at me at the same time. And they were all wonderful opportunities. But I sat down with 3 key people that I looked up to and had that hard talk with them, weighing my options. And I loved that none of them actually told me what to do. We just really talked it out. So it was my own independent decision, right? And so that was a pivotal moment in my life. I know I probably mentioned like 10 moments just now, right? All wrapped in one. Okay. But that's a turning point for me. I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't make that decision, over a decade ago, almost 2 now.
I like that. I like that. Those points in life, and you could feel that y'all two care about each other, like way past the job and business, like genuine friendship connections and lifelong like people together. And I really like that because it's kind of hard to like when you're working with somebody, you have to have that balance, that relationship, that caring, that compassion. Like me and Dr. Fern, we always talk about, and same thing with Jackie. If this becomes a chore, I'm not doing it. Like, and people ask like, how do you get through meet the presenter week? It's like every single day. I'm like, this is our third time doing it, and every time we talk to one of y'all, for me, like Dr. Farron said the same thing. But I'm speaking for me. It gears me up because it's just easy to have these conversations with y'all because you can feel the passion. It's an opportunity to learn from y'all, build relationships, and talk to y'all. And I get to learn more about y'all, and I get to learn more about myself, and people get to learn more about us. And it's all about the collaborative, the network, the operations, and it's an opportunity. This summit is what is it, $175 for 26 presenters for 2 days. It was $75 as an early bird special. It's priced at these points to give people opportunity to get it. Go out and speak to your job. I didn't try to pitch this. Go speak to your job and get them to pay for it. As professional development, retention, employee giving, whatever you want to call it to them, and have that conversation with, because they're speaking about so many things about benefits and long term and what it looks like when you're 40, when you look like when you're 50, your 60s. And what if you just, God forbid, something just happens and natural disaster happens with you and you become a victim of it physically, or you don't ever know what your health situation is. I like where it is because I go for the walk and I have like personal stuff with like Alzheimer's with family and friends. Those things affect us and we have no clue that those things come out. So yeah, work-life balance summit, come out and meet with people. And I do want to kind of switch it to a lighter question again. What would you rather pick to go to the Super Bowl or the Grammys?
Kadie, you want to go?
You go, because your answer is more cooler than mine.
This one we actually,
I'm going to say it, but so you go first. I will give you the opportunity.
Well, I would like to go to both, number one. But if I had to choose, okay, I would probably pick the Grammys. Okay, I'm not. I always root for the home team. By the way, Washington Commanders. We might do very well this year. I'm excited about that. But I'm not a huge fanatic of sports. I just root for my home teams, really. And with the Grammys, I feel that sorry, my dog's here. I feel like the Grammys are a bit more, I have more relatability to that. I used to be an artist manager prior to embarking in this financial services industry journey. And so as an artist manager in the past, I like to say I have my big toe still in the industry, in the music industry. So it would be cool to see some folks and maybe bump into some people too, right? At the Grammys. So that's my choice, the Grammys.
I like that. Your dog should have made their appearance yesterday because everybody had their dog. And
It was meet the dog day yesterday.
Yeah, it was
right?
definitely meet the presenters and meet your dog day. And I like the Grammys. And I never told you, Carrie, I've been in that studio before.
Oh,
cool. You guys
talk about that again.
Nice.
So, Kadie, what about you?
I would choose the Super Bowl just because the energy. I have so much energy. I want to be in the middle of it all. I want to scream with everybody. I want to do it all. I want to be featured in the big screen. I just want, and I want when I go, the Baltimore Ravens win. Don't judge me, but every city I live, I am not American. I'm not born in America or raised in America. So I'm just passing through these towns and states. Every city I move in, that's the city I root for. I have to be loyal to the city I live in. So I am living in Baltimore. So go Baltimore Ravens. And I would love to go and see them at the Super Bowl and watch them win so I can be energetic. Because if they don't win, then somebody's trying to cover me. And I don't like that. And I want to be let out and be excited.
I'm going wherever Kadie's going. That's what I'm going to do because she wants to scream and dance and shout and be in the midst of it. I'll just go there with her.
All of it.
It depends who's on halftime, right?
Wait a minute. That was going to be my answer. So hold on. My official answer was going to be, well, since Usher was already at the Super Bowl last year, I'll probably have to go to the Grammys. He's more likely to be there than who's performing halftime. You didn't tell us that, Damien.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar. It's been a big thing about that.
Oh, I think you're right. I think I did see that. Yeah, I think I'll go.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because they wanted. I'll tell you offline when we end this.
They're not like us. It's okay. I understand. All right.
So, you want to do one more question, or you want to get into the quote?
I said, let's go to the quote.
All right. So we always just finish up with a quote. So what is that quote that inspires you? Thank you. What is that quote that inspires you? Dr. Perrin, you want to introduce this segment? Sorry.
Yes, I guess. This segment is about sharing a quote. It's something that maybe you live by, something that inspires you every day. Maybe it's a quote that you have hanging up, or like the 50 Post-it notes I have around my desk of things that remind me of things. So, what's your quote? Do you need a minute?
No, because actually I have so many, but the one I always go by, just based on my current journey, is that actually just any journey, anytime things are not working the way I would like for it to go, I would say to myself continuously that there will be better days. Anytime this too shall end. I don't know who it is by, but I saw it somewhere and it stuck with me. So every time I go through challenges, I'll say it to myself and I'll do jumping jacks saying it. And I'll say just be in the present, be in the present, be in the present, and bam, I'm back.
Yes.
I
love that. I love that. Make sure that you drop that in the comment section for everybody to have. I love that. Carrie, how about you?
So I do have a quote. I love quotes. I love self-growth and the journey of leadership. But one that always stuck to me for many, many years is God's gift to us is our potential. Our gift to God is how we use our potential. And never left me. That quote never left me. I don't know where I heard it. I don't know when I heard it. I just know it was a long time ago, and it just always stuck with me.
I love that.
I like that.
I love that Be Kind poem by Mother Teresa. If anyone ever looks that up, be kind anyway. It's a really great poem too.
Dr. Farron, before you go, can I do the schedule?
Sure.
We are here every single night, and we still have more presenters. Before we get into our final quotes, all right, so all those amazing people are here. Those flyers are in the event section on my page, and also go to Creative Living Ideas YouTube page and subscribe and catch up on all the presenters that were here and the presenters for tomorrow. Dr. Farron, you want to get your quote?
Yes, I am. So kind of based upon the conversations that we've had today, this is a quote that I think is small but powerful. Every day brings new choices. by Martha Beck. Every day brings new choices, because it does, right? It's our decision every day to make the choices of how we're reacting to our day, how our day is going.
I like that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always simple, and I'm going to keep going with the same quote.
I love
It's
it.
it's the 2350 effect, the 2350 network. Don't let 10 minutes of a bad moment disrupt or disrupt the other 23 hours and 50 minutes of your day. Live life to your best and be kind, be understanding, and don't live in the moment of 10 minutes of someone cutting you off, 10 minutes of an argument, and looking at it as when someone comes to you and say, how was your day? And you say that's a bad day. That is only 10 minutes. What about the other 23 hours and 50 minutes of your day? Connect and be kind to people. All right.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thank
great.
you.
Yeah,
That's
great.
the reason why this is called the
The 2350 effect. It all makes sense. You know, we should all join
network.
this network, and I will definitely be promoting that.
I like that. I appreciate it. And we do have the Summit magazine coming soon. Carrie and Kadie is on the Summit magazine. Dr. Farron has the one in the back over the shoulder, the virtual wellness one. That's the all love one. So
Little product
that
placement.
mine is right there. But so be on the lookout for the magazine, get more about Carrie and Kadie, and just come out and buy your tickets to the summit. And they have so much things to give, and connect. And as always, we will be here tomorrow, the day after that, and the day after that. And stay tuned and watch the reel with everybody in it who's part of the summit. And goodbye, everybody. And good night.
Bye, everyone. Thanks so much.
Amazing.
Well,
And
bye.
hold on a moment.
See you soon.